If you're between 65 and 80 and can still do the following 8 things, you're not just aging well, you're truly exceptional. Your chances of reaching 100 years old may be higher than you think. Longevity isn't just about luck or genetics. It's about daily habits, small, often unnoticed actions that contribute to long-term health. Many assume that aging inevitably brings decline, but that's not the full story. Some people maintain strength, flexibility, and mental sharpness far beyond what's expected. They move with ease, remain socially and mentally engaged, and retain abilities that many of their peers struggle with. These are the individuals who don't just live longer, they live better. In this video, we'll explore 8 key signs that indicate exceptional longevity. If you can still do these things, you're on the path to a longer, healthier life. Some may surprise you, but each one is a powerful predictor of longevity. Stay with me until the end. The last sign is something most people overlook, yet it plays a major role in determining how long and how well you live. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And if you find this video helpful, let me know in the comments. Type 1 if you enjoyed it, or 0 if you think I could improve. Your feedback helps me create better content for you. Now, let's get started. Sign 1. You can get up from a chair without using your hands. One of the strongest indicators of longevity isn't how fast you walk or how much weight you can lift. It's something much simpler. If you can still stand up from a chair without using your hands, that's a clear sign of overall physical health, balance, and muscle strength. More importantly, it's a powerful predictor of how long you'll be able to maintain your independence. As we age, muscle loss happens naturally, but the rate of decline depends largely on how we use our bodies. The ability to rise from a chair using only your legs signals strong lower body muscles, good balance, and core stability. On the other hand, if you need to push off with your hands or lean forward heavily to stand up, it could indicate that your leg strength is weakening. Think about the last time you got up from a seated position. Did you rise effortlessly, or did you feel like you needed a little extra push? Many people don't notice their strength fading until small challenges, like struggling to stand from a low chair, start to appear. Take Harold, for example. At 77 years old, he had always been active, but one day he realized that getting up from his recliner wasn't as easy as it used to be. He had to push off with his hands. At first, he assumed it was just a normal part of aging, but after his doctor explained that leg strength is a key factor in fall prevention, he decided to take action. By doing simple strength exercises, he rebuilt his lower body muscles, and within a few months, he was standing up with ease again. More importantly, he felt stronger and more confident in his movements. Why does this ability matter so much? Lower body strength is directly linked to mobility and balance. Weak legs increase the risk of falls, and falls are one of the leading causes of serious health complications in older adults. If you can still rise from a chair without using your hands, it means your legs are strong, your balance is stable, and your coordination is sharp, all crucial indicators of a long, healthy life. And if you've noticed that you do need your hands to push off, don't worry. Strength can be rebuilt at any age. Simple exercises like squats, seated leg lifts, and standing heel raises can help rebuild the muscle strength needed to maintain this ability. The key is consistency. Small efforts each day lead to significant results over time. The next time you stand up from a chair, pay attention to how you do it. If you can do it effortlessly, that's a sign that you're in better shape than you might think. It's a small action, but it speaks volumes about your long-term health. Sign 2. You can walk at a brisk pace. without getting out of breath. One of the strongest indicators of longevity isn't just how far you can walk, it's how fast. If you're between 65 and 80 and can still walk at a brisk pace without feeling winded, you're in a rare category. Walking speed is directly linked to lifespan, and studies show that those who maintain a steady, confident pace tend to live longer, healthier lives. This isn't just about physical fitness. It's about cardiovascular health, lung function, muscle endurance, and overall vitality. A strong walking pace signals that your heart is pumping efficiently, your lungs are supplying oxygen properly, and your muscles have the endurance to keep you moving. Think about how you walk when you head out for a stroll. Do you move with purpose, or do you find yourself slowing down more than you used to? Do you need to stop and catch your breath after a short distance? A slower walking pace can be an early sign of declining health, often happening so gradually that people don't even notice. Take William, for example. At 74, he had always been active, but he began noticing his walks were taking longer. At first, he thought he was just being cautious, but then he realized something else. His breathing felt heavier when climbing stairs. That's when he decided to pay closer attention to his walking speed. He started timing himself over short distances, making sure he could maintain a steady pace without getting winded. Over time, his endurance improved, his confidence returned, and he felt years younger. Walking isn't just about getting from one place to another. It's a reflection of overall health. A strong, steady pace means your cardiovascular system is working efficiently, your muscles are engaged, and your balance remains intact. Beyond the physical benefits, walking also supports brain function, helping keep memory sharp and reducing the risk of cognitive decline. Not sure where you stand? Try this simple test. Walk at a normal pace for about 10 feet, then speed up as if you were trying to catch an elevator before the doors close. If you can do this comfortably without feeling short of breath, that's a great sign. But if you feel winded or unsteady, it may be time to focus on building endurance. The good news? Improving your walking speed doesn't require intense workouts. Taking regular walks, maintaining good posture, and gradually increasing your pace can make a huge difference. Even small improvements in walking speed can add years to your life. So the next time you go for a walk, pay attention to how fast you're moving. It could be a key to your long-term health. If you're still walking briskly and with confidence, that's an incredible sign that your body is functioning well and that you're on the path to a long, healthy life. And if you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, drop a comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move on. Sign 3. You can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. Balance is something most people don't think about until they start losing it. But in reality, your ability to stay steady, even for just a few seconds, is a powerful indicator of how well your body is aging. If you're between 65 and 80 and can stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds without wobbling, you're in excellent shape. In fact, research shows that balance is directly linked to longevity, and those who maintain good stability into their later years tend to live longer, healthier lives. Good balance isn't just about preventing falls. It's a sign that your nervous system, muscles, and reflexes are working together in harmony. When you stand on one foot, multiple systems engage: your vision, inner ear, and proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. If any of these systems start to decline, balance is often one of the first things to suffer. Think about the last time you put on a sock while standing. Were you able to stay steady, or did you need to lean against something? A decline in balance can creep up gradually, and many people don't realize they're losing stability until a stumble or near fall catches them off guard. Take Frank, for example. At 76, he had always been fairly active, but one day, while getting dressed, he noticed that balancing on one foot to put on his pants felt harder than before. At first, he brushed it off, but when he tried standing on one foot intentionally, he could barely last a few seconds without tipping over. That was a wake-up call. He began incorporating balance exercises into his daily routine, and within weeks, he saw a huge improvement, not just in his stability, but in his confidence while moving around. Balance is one of the best predictors of fall risk, and as you probably know, falls are a leading cause of injury and hospitalization in older adults. The stronger your balance, the lower your risk of experiencing a life-altering fall. Curious about where you stand? Try this simple test. Stand near a counter or a sturdy surface you can grab if needed. Lift one foot off the ground and see if you can hold your balance for 10 seconds. If you can do this comfortably, that's a fantastic sign. If not, don't worry. Balance can be improved with simple exercises like standing heel raises, side leg lifts, and shifting your weight from one foot to the other. The key is to practice a little each day to keep your coordination sharp. Maintaining good balance isn't just about staying steady on your feet, it's about keeping your independence for years to come. The stronger your balance, the more confidently you can move through life without fear of falling or losing mobility. So the next time you're standing in line at the grocery store or brushing your teeth, try balancing on one foot for a few seconds. If you can do it with ease, take it as a strong sign that your body is working well and that you're on track for a long, healthy life. Sign 4. You can get down on the floor and back up without assistance. One of the strongest indicators of longevity isn't just strength or endurance, it's mobility. If you can still lower yourself to the floor and get back up without assistance, you have a major advantage over many people your age. This ability reflects your flexibility, muscle strength, coordination, and overall mobility, all essential for maintaining independence. As people age, many begin avoiding the floor altogether, fearing they won't be able to get back up. But the moment you stop using certain movements, your body starts losing the ability to perform them. Being able to lower yourself down and push yourself back up means your legs, core, and upper body are still working in sync, something that becomes increasingly rare after 65. Think about the last time you dropped something on the floor. Did you hesitate before bending down to pick it up? Did you feel comfortable getting all the way to the ground, or was it a struggle? These small moments reveal more about our mobility than we often realize. Take Joseph, for example. At 78, he never thought twice about getting on the floor until the day his grandson asked him to play a board game sitting down. He hesitated, not because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure he could get back up comfortably. That's when he realized he needed to work on his mobility. He began practicing slow, controlled movements, squatting, kneeling, and pushing himself up using his legs instead of relying on furniture. Over time, he regained the ability to get up with ease, but more importantly, he felt confident in his movements again. The ability to get up from the floor without help is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Studies show that those who struggle with this movement are more likely to experience mobility limitations later in life. Why? Because it signals overall physical decline, weak muscles, reduced flexibility, and compromised balance. On the other hand, those who maintain this ability tend to stay active, independent, and resilient. Want to test yourself? Try this. Stand near a chair for safety, then slowly lower yourself to the floor and see if you can get back up without grabbing onto anything. If you can, that's a fantastic sign that your muscles and joints are still functioning well. If you struggle, don't be discouraged. Mobility can be improved with daily stretching, strength exercises, and controlled movements that mimic getting up from a low position. Maintaining this ability isn't just about convenience, it's about self-sufficiency. Whether you need to reach something on the ground, tie your shoes, or catch yourself after a stumble, having the strength and coordination to recover can make all the difference. So the next time you avoid getting down on the floor, ask yourself, is it because you're unsure if you can get back up? If you can still do this movement with ease, take it as a powerful sign that your body is aging well and that you're on the right path to a long, healthy life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, drop a number 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Now, let's keep going. Sign 5. You can carry a full grocery bag. Without struggling, carrying groceries, opening a jar, or lifting a suitcase requires more than just arm strength. It engages your shoulders, back, and core as well. And research has shown that grip strength, in particular, is one of the most accurate predictors of longevity. Those with stronger grips tend to live longer, healthier lives, while those who struggle with basic lifting tasks are more likely to experience declines in mobility and overall health. Think about the last time you brought groceries inside. Did you pick up the bags without thinking twice, or did you feel the need to pause and shift the weight to avoid straining yourself? Do you ever find yourself asking for help with carrying everyday objects that once felt effortless? These small changes often happen so gradually that people don't even notice them at first. Take Richard, for example. At 75, he had always prided himself on being independent. But one day, after a routine grocery run, he realized he was struggling to carry the bags up the front steps. It wasn't that the bags were heavier than usual. His body had simply lost some of the strength he once had. That was his wake-up call. Determined to regain his strength, he started incorporating simple exercises into his routine, focusing on his arms, shoulders, and grip. Within a few months, not only was he carrying his groceries with ease again, but he also noticed that his energy levels had improved and that everyday tasks felt less tiring. The good news? Maintaining strength doesn't require heavy weightlifting or intense workouts. Even small efforts, like squeezing a rubber ball to improve grip strength, lifting light hand weights, or doing push-ups against the kitchen counter, can make a significant difference. The key is consistency. Just a few minutes of strength-based movement each day can help maintain muscle mass and prevent unnecessary physical decline. Being able to carry groceries, lift household objects, and hold on to things with confidence isn't just about convenience. It's about staying independent. When your muscles are strong, you're less likely to experience fatigue, weakness, or injuries. And, most importantly, you'll be able to continue handling daily activities on your own without hesitation. So the next time you lift a grocery bag, pay attention to how it feels. If you can carry it with ease, take it as a strong sign that your body is aging well and that you're on track for a long, active life. Sign 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Stairs may seem like a simple challenge, but they are one of the most revealing tests of physical endurance, heart health, and lower body strength. If you can still climb a flight of stairs without stopping to catch your breath, you're doing far better than most people your age, and you have a strong indicator of longevity on your side. Climbing stairs requires a combination of balance, muscle power, and cardiovascular endurance. Your legs need the strength to push you upward, your heart and lungs need to work efficiently to keep oxygen flowing, and your coordination needs to be sharp enough to keep your footing steady. If any of these systems start to decline, stairs quickly become more difficult. Think back to the last time you walked up a flight of stairs. Did you feel strong and steady, Or did you find yourself pausing midway, feeling a little winded? Many people don't realize their endurance is fading until they start avoiding stairs altogether, choosing elevators or escalators instead. But that avoidance only makes the problem worse, leading to even more muscle loss and reduced stamina over time. Consider George, 73. He used to take the stairs without thinking twice, but gradually he started making small adjustments, choosing the elevator more often, avoiding certain buildings where he knew there were stairs, or simply walking slower. George didn't think much of it until one day, at a friend's house, he had to climb a short flight of stairs, and by the time he reached the top, he was completely out of breath. That was his wake-up call. Determined to regain his stamina, he started taking the stairs whenever possible, beginning slowly and gradually, increasing his endurance. Within weeks, he noticed a change. His legs felt stronger, his breathing improved, and stairs no longer felt like a challenge. The ability to climb stairs is a direct reflection of your heart health. In fact, doctors often use stair climbing as a quick assessment of cardiovascular fitness. If you can go up a flight of stairs without feeling exhausted, it means your heart and lungs are still working efficiently, a great predictor of long-term health. Want to test yourself? Find a staircase with at least 10 steps, walk up at a steady pace, and see how you feel at the top. If you can do this without stopping and without feeling winded, that's a fantastic sign. If you struggle, don't worry, it's something you can improve. Taking the stairs more often, walking at a brisk pace, and doing simple leg-strengthening exercises can help rebuild the endurance needed to keep stairs from feeling like an obstacle. Maintaining the ability to climb stairs isn't just about strength, it's about keeping your independence. If you can still do this with confidence, it means your heart is strong, your muscles are active, and your energy levels are high. All signs that you're on track for a long, healthy life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move forward. Sign 7. You can remember. Recent conversations and events. Clearly, physical health is a key factor in longevity, but cognitive health is just as important. If you can recall recent conversations, remember names, and stay mentally sharp in your daily life, you have one of the strongest predictors of a long, fulfilling life. Your memory and brain function don't just reflect intelligence, they indicate the overall health of your brain, circulation, and nervous system. As we age, it's natural to experience occasional forgetfulness, like misplacing your keys or struggling to recall a word. But there's a big difference between minor lapses and noticeable cognitive decline. If you're still able to engage in deep conversations, recall recent events, and keep track of daily tasks without much difficulty, you're in far better shape than many people your age. Think about your typical day. Do you struggle to remember what you had for breakfast? Or can you easily recall details from a conversation you had yesterday? Are you still able to learn new information, solve problems, and focus on complex tasks? These small signs tell you a lot about the health of your brain. Take Paul, for example. At 79, he noticed that while many of his peers were starting to struggle with memory loss, he still felt mentally sharp. He could recall details from conversations weeks later, solve crossword puzzles with ease, and keep up with new technology. What he didn't realize was that his daily habits, reading, staying socially engaged, and challenging his brain, were keeping his mind strong and resilient. The brain is like a muscle. It needs regular exercise to stay in peak condition. People who read daily, play strategy games, learn new skills, or engage in stimulating conversations tend to maintain their cognitive function much longer than those who don't. Staying socially active also plays a huge role in brain health. Isolation and lack of engagement can accelerate cognitive decline, while frequent interactions with family, friends, or community groups help keep the mind sharp. If you want to test your mental sharpness, try recalling what you ate for dinner 2 nights ago, or memorizing a short list of words and repeating them back after a few minutes. If this feels easy, that's a great sign that your cognitive function is still strong. If it feels challenging, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to keep your brain sharp. Reading, learning new skills, engaging in social activities, and even walking regularly can improve brain function and slow cognitive decline. A sharp memory isn't just about convenience, it's about quality of life. When your brain stays strong, you can continue making decisions for yourself, engaging in meaningful conversations, and enjoying life to the fullest. If you can still recall details easily and stay engaged mentally, you have one of the strongest indicators of longevity. Sign 8. You wake up feeling rested and ready for the day. One of the most overlooked yet powerful indicators of longevity is the quality of your sleep. If you're between 65 and 80 and still wake up feeling rested and ready to start your day, you have a major advantage over many people your age. Good sleep is one of the strongest predictors of long-term health, affecting everything from your heart and brain function to your immune system and energy levels. As we get older, sleep patterns naturally change. Many seniors struggle with falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early, often feeling tired throughout the day. However, if you're still getting quality rest, meaning you sleep deeply, wake up refreshed, and feel alert during the day, it's a sign that your body is functioning well and repairing itself properly. Think about how you wake up in the morning. Do you feel energized and ready to take on the day? Or do you feel groggy, sluggish, and like you didn't get enough rest? Many assume that poor sleep is just part of aging, but that's not true. While some changes are normal, consistently waking up feeling exhausted can be a sign of underlying health issues, such as poor circulation, unbalanced hormones, or even undiagnosed sleep apnea. Take Roger, for example. At 74, he used to sleep through the night without any issues. But as he got older, he started waking up multiple times, feeling restless and needing naps during the day. At first, he brushed it off as just part of aging, but after making a few small adjustments, sticking to a regular bedtime, reducing screen time before bed, and creating a relaxing nighttime routine, he found that he was sleeping better, waking up with more energy, and feeling sharper throughout the day. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It plays a huge role in repairing cells, keeping your brain sharp, and maintaining your immune system. People who get high-quality sleep tend to have lower risks of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. They also maintain a healthier weight and have more stable energy throughout the day. If you're unsure whether your sleep quality is where it should be, ask yourself, do you wake up naturally without an alarm? Do you fall asleep within 20 to 30 minutes of lying down? Do you feel alert and focused in the morning? If the answer to these questions is yes, that's a fantastic sign. But if you struggle with sleep, don't ignore it. Simple lifestyle changes, reducing caffeine intake in the afternoon, keeping a consistent bedtime, and ensuring your bedroom is cool and dark can make a big difference in your overall health and longevity. A well-rested body is a strong body. When you sleep well, you wake up feeling ready to move, think clearly, and take on the day with confidence. Quality sleep is more than just rest. It's a powerful indicator that your body is functioning at a high level, supporting both your physical and mental well-being. If you're someone who still enjoys deep, restorative sleep, you have a strong advantage when it comes to living a long, healthy, and independent life. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, Take a moment to reflect on how many of these 8 signs apply to you. If you found yourself nodding along, recognizing these abilities in yourself, you're doing far better than you may realize. Maintaining strength, balance, endurance, cognitive sharpness, and quality sleep well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond isn't just a sign of good health. It's proof that you're on track for a longer, more independent life. Many people assume that aging automatically leads to decline, but that's not the full story. Your body and mind are capable of staying strong and sharp well into your later years, and these signs are evidence of that. If you can still do these things, it means your muscles are working efficiently, your heart is strong, your brain is sharp, and your energy levels are supporting your daily activities. In other words, you're not just aging, you're thriving. But remember, even if you noticed a few areas where you could improve, it's never too late to make a change. Strength can be rebuilt, endurance can be improved, balance and memory can be sharpened. Small, consistent efforts make all the difference, and your body is capable of adapting at any age. The key is to stay active, stay engaged, and keep challenging yourself. So, how many of these signs do you recognize in yourself? Which one stood out the most? We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, and reading your comments motivates and encourages us to continue creating valuable content. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us grow and continue producing content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.